The Thunder, their last game, a win against the Dallas Mavericks. And that was a close call. They pulled it out with a win and just 2 points at that. But it wasn't easy.
And, guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stopping it.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Ellis is out there with Hill. And it's Whiteside in the 5 spot.
And how about Anthony Davis? Grew 7 inches in one summer back in high school. You know, people forget he was committed to go to Cleveland State to play point guard out of high school. But then because of that growth, ends up signing at Kentucky, and the rest is history. So, I mean, you look at that 215-pound frame, his rookie season, now up over 240, and that's enabled him to dominate the game even more. And I think it'll also help him improve his health.
And here are the Pelicans now. 4-point game. Hill kicks to Ellis. Makes it off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Kicks it to Korver. Fires from deep. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
There's a screen by Gortat. Korver dishes to Gortat. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. But he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
Gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Talking about Gortat, he was a late second-round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
Shot is off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Lee with the steal. And it's Korver off the drive. George passes to Gortat. That's good. Gortat's got 8 points.
And getting back to Marcin Gortat, his dad was a successful light heavyweight boxer in Poland, so clearly you see where the toughness comes from. And Marcin's mom was on the Polish national team in volleyball, so you know where the blocking and ball skills come from. I guess we'd have to call him a chip off the old blocks. You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under... always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Now here's Lee. Boy, was he something else against Dallas.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
An interesting thing about George Hill, he was traded from the Spurs to the Pacers a few years back. Many people were surprised the Spurs would even trade a valuable veteran when they were trying to win a championship. But who did they trade him for? Kawhi Leonard. A pretty good deal.
Well, you know, Hill is really solid. He knocks down open shots, can run the offense or play off the ball equally well. I think he's a terrific combo guard. Gives you a little bit of everything and does it in a professional way. And that's typically what attracts him to other teams.
And Davis throws it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Screen by Lee. Corbett kicks to Gortat. The Thunder with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And George Hill with the three. Hill's got 5.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Westbrook.
Oh,
Jam! I mean, just beautiful. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you
there.
what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Short. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. A finish. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Well, whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. I mean, still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
For the Thunder, Noah comes in for Gortat. And Larry Sanders subbed in for David Lee. Thunder trailing by 7. And his former coach, Monty Williams, played with some greats. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. He says he sees that same desire to dominate in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he wants to be great and doesn't see himself as a finished product, which is a good thing. That means he's going to continue to stay humble and hungry and put the work in.
Pass to Ilyasova. Williams dishes to Pachulia. Lets it go from 11. Williams' shot is off. The Thunder have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Here's George. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here's Westbrook. The Pelicans make their last shot. Corbett hits a wide open look. Misses the three.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's George. Feeds to Sanders. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And really deep through that time. And it's 6 points in the game for Kyle Korver. Williams attacking. Offensive rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's Westbrook. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Pachulia kicks to Williams. Here's Ilyasova. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
Just 5 to shoot. It's deflected. And now the Pelicans on the break. That's good. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
When we were talking about Ilyasova, there's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
The first free throw is good.
You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice, unflappable demeanor, too.
Rose, he's checked in for the Thunder. Now here's Ilyasova. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Ilyasova against Sanders. The kick out to Rose. He feeds it to Noah. And stolen by Ilyasova. Jumps up. And it's sent back by George. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Sean Marion, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Yeah, talking about Paul George, a big part of his dominance, his attitude. He doesn't yell or pump his fist. He's really the quiet assassin.
Yeah, once he maxes out in the weight room, which he will, now that he's in his mid-20s, I think he's going to be an Adonis. I mean, exactly the kind of physique you're looking for in a prototype at the small forward.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. Passes it to Pachulia. Fades. Rose with some nice D. Allen outside. Here's Sanders. Rebound by Ilyasova.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Thunder trailing by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Marion kicks to Rose. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And New Orleans pushing it up now. That pushes it to double digits. And now it's a 10-point New Orleans lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Jones checked in for Sanders. That's good. And it's 6 points for Williams.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
New Orleans leading by 8. Ariza outside. It's good from long range. Ariza's got 5 points so far. Here's Jones. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 9. And we'll return shortly. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. George Hill out there with Ellis. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. Evans kicks to Davis. Paul George with the steal. Corver with it. Evans picks him up. Screen by Lee. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
George against Ellis. And George kicks to Corver. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And that's now 9 points in the game for Kyle Corver. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
One thing about David Lee, he's a proven scorer and rebounder. Clark, health, though, has been a concern.
It has been very durable early in his career, Kevin, but of late we've seen hamstring issues, back issues, and torn hip flexors, and that's taken a toll on him for sure.
The drive by Ellis. Dishes it to Whiteside. They can't stop the run with that one. Oklahoma City's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Hill with Westbrook picks him up. Hill passes to Whiteside. Ellis dishes to Davis. There's the killer two-handed slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And George kicks to Westbrook. Goes back up. No good from Lee.
And guys, for David Lee, when healthy, he can absolutely fill it up. I mean, he's a terrific offensive player, can score over both shoulders, a really solid passer, and of course, a volume rebounder.
It's stolen by Hill. Pass to Ellis. Davis dishes to Evans. No good off the back of the rim.
And David Lee reworking to improve his mid-range jumper going into last season. When he's hitting that shot, guys, he's almost impossible to defend.
Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. For three. Hill. But they recover it. Whiteside kicks to Hill. Westbrook with the steal. And Davis sends it back. And a wide open look here for Ellis. The offensive rebound. Down low. The second chance effort. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Sanders comes in for Lee. And Tony Allen subbed in for Kyle Korver. Westbrook kicks to George. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Whiteside's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Westbrook kicks to George. Evans with the steal. And here they go. Ellis, that's good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Outside Westbrook. Gortat inside. Whiteside's there to halt the run. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last two seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Marion's checked in.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Ken. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. And that'll be his third foul so far.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
New Orleans making a switch here. Ariz is checked in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete. But his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Lee's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Marion drops them both.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
Now let's the pass to Evans. Leaves the dishes to Hill. Evans goes in, and there's the feed to Whiteside.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Thunder trailing by 8. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. There's a screen by Gortat. It's tipped. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Shot's good by Williams. Williams has got 8 points.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start to break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor. And really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively.
Pelicans leading by 11. Nato. He's covered by Westbrook. Pachulia kicks to Ilyasova. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Rose comes in for Russell Westbrook. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. There's a screen by Gortat. Allen against Williams. It's deflected. And stolen by Ilyasova. Williams can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 11. Outside Rose. Knocks it loose. Here's the dish to Korver. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's 12 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
Rose can't hit. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets in Denver. Offensive rebound. Nobody near Allen. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Gortat. The Pelicans have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Lou Williams won the Sixth-Man Award last year, Clark, in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
He really does. I mean, he looks like a guard because of his size, but he's truly an explosive scorer. And that's the strength of his game, and that's who he is and what he does.
Noah, the pass to Allen. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Williams dishes to Ilyasova. And he goes in for the dunk.
Punches it down with pop.
And rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Rose goes in. Noah kicks to lead. Allen for 3. Outside for Korver. Williams against Allen. He dishes it to Rose. Goes up again. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Korver.
You know, and when you look at Lou Williams, he's always had a shooting guard skill set in kind of a point guard's body. Now, he's not just a long-range bomber. He will attack the basket and earn his share of trips to the foul line. And that's where he's really deadly. 86% from the stripe last season.
Allen kicks it to Noah. Outside Rose. And they're moving it up. Here's Ariza. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Noah the screen. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Korver. Got a hand on it. Williams kicks to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Ariza. And that one is hammered home.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And, you know, back to Williams, sometimes it's better to own one thing, be a master at that, than try to fit a round peg into a square hole. I mean, he's not a really good passer. Never has been. That's not who he is. But he can heat up quickly as a scorer. And that's the side where you put jelly and butter on his toast.
And it's Korver off the drive. Williams kicks to Ariza. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant.
And so that's the end of the first half. New Orleans on top. They lead by 13. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Really an extraordinary game for Williams. He has 14 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
no doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Kyle Korver. Gortat is out there with Sanders. Then it's Paul George. And it's Westbrook in at the point. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Thunder trailing by 13. Hill against Westbrook. Screen by Sanders. The shot by George, wide open. Back to Westbrook. And George kicks to Gortat. The second chance effort. He lays it in. Gortat's got 12 points in the game.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And Whiteside sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Here's Westbrook. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. 11 points in the game. Pelicans leading by 11. Hill has the open look. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Westbrook kicks to Gortat. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. It's Davis with the drive.
Oh! Nasty.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's George. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And Evans throws it down hard.
Watch out below. Get out of his way now.
No way that he was going to slow him down.
Yeah, he was not to be denied on that possession.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
Thunder trailing by 14. Outside Westbrook. He kicks it to Gortat. Outside George. Here's Sanders. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And back to Tyreek Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Back to Westbrook. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Deep two from Hill. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
You know what, didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Westbrook against Hill. And Davis sends it back to the middle. Here's Ellis. And it's denied. They retain possession. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Evans kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Hill. And the shot falls short this time. Thunder trailing by 17. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
You know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
Pelicans leading by 15. Evans passes to Hill. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Oklahoma City has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. High post, Gortat. Whiteside's there. It's Westbrook with the drive. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. It's hauled in by George. Thunder trailing by 13. On the wing, George. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Check out the game for Korver. He's got 17 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from three, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Sanders sets the screen for Westbrook. Here's George. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Ariza has the open look. And again, no good by New Orleans. Korver dishes to Westbrook. Launches a three. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Korver.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And both free throws good for Paul George.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
The three from Hill. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 5 assists in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Ellis kicks to Hill. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Hill's got 13 points in the second half.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Right side, Westbrook. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Westbrook's got 8 points here in this quarter. D2 from Hill. The shot is off. Good D by Westbrook.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Korver kicks to Gortat. Pelicans pull it in. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And that's Evans penetrating. Shots good by Ellis.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
You look at George Hill, he's really been playing well.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
And the Thunder making a change here. Jones is checked in. So here's Westbrook. He's got 17.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
And Westbrook, here we go. The layup off target. Evans kicks to Whiteside. George with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Korver. Williams with the defensive effort.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
There's a screen by Gortat. Westbrook kicks to Korver. They get it back. Here's Gortat. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Outside Westbrook. Five on the clock. Outside, George. And a miss there on the triple.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Outside Westbrook. Back to Jones. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Inside. And now the Pelicans on the break. Williams is running. Outside Westbrook. In the corner, George with it. Back to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. George, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Guys, you keep trying to force the issue. Take the D head on. Sometimes it backfires, and that's been the case for him. He's trying to do too much.
For the Thunder, Sean Marion, he's checked in for Paul George. Allen comes in for Kyle Korver. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Davis is checked in for the Pelicans. And now the fast break. Marion with the ball. And the wide open shot from Rose. And as we end the third quarter. Welcome. Back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Thunder trailing by 13 on the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Pachulia is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Luke Babbitt. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Ariza kicks to Pachulia. It's stolen by Allen.
You know, that turnover right there isn't typical of the performance he's turned in today. In fact, that's his only turnover of the game. He's done a really good job taking care of the ball.
On defense, the Pelicans. 17 points was their biggest margin. Jones, the pass to Noah. Ariza kicks to Babbitt. Nato. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got his third rebound tonight. Allen drives in. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Pelicans leading by 13. To the left side wing. Nato. But they'll get another chance. Kicks to Babbitt. Nato sinks the three-pointer.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And it's Rose penetrating. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Here's Ariza. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. They get Sean Marion.
Talk about a terrific game for Ariza. He's got 11 points, and he was able to come up with one steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Here's Rose. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Allen, that's good. Pelicans leading by 10. Nato kept alive.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Marion. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets. Nato. And another shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for New Orleans?
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Kicks it out to Allen. There's Rose with the three. The shot misses. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Marion kicks to Rose. Noah against Davis. Rose attacking. It's blocked. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Noah with the block. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Here's Hill. Reeves the dishes to Davis. From deep. It's slammed in by Whiteside.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Here's Noah. Allen outside. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And he knocks down the first one. Larry Sanders is checked in for Noah. So he makes one of two as the second one misses. Pelicans leading by 13. Deflects the pass. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Allen. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Davis with it. Jones covering. Ariza passes to Whiteside. And the rejection by Sanders. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. And the Pelicans miss again.
Boy, he just can't find the bottom of the net here. Really struggling to get it done in this second half.
Rose against Whiteside. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Rose.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Hill, no good. Thunder trailing by 11. Allen with it. Picked up by Davis. Davis with the double team. Rose kicks to Mary. And Ariza with the stuff.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Jones kicks to Rose. Sanders' shot is off. Pelicans leading by 13. The drive by Ellis. Hill dishes to Whiteside. To the paint. Here's Ellis. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Finished off the break. And the Pelicans lead by 17.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Rose gets the bucket.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
It's Hill on the wing. But they recover it.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Ariza no luck.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first free throw is good. And the Thunder with some changes. David Lee checked in for Terrence Jones. Korver comes in for Allen. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Derrick Rose. And a change for the Pelicans. Tyreke Evans is checked in for Trevor Ariza. New Orleans leading by 12. Back to Evans for 3. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range. And you can tell he's hungry, because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in this game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
A shot's good from Westbrook.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And it's Evans missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Jones checked in for Lee. And it's George in for Sean Marion. And Davis, here we go. No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. And the Pelicans miss again. George against Whiteside. outside Westbrook. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Evans passes to Davis, and he slams it one-handed.
Elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
Here's the screen. Westbrook kicks to Korver. From downtown, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
He doesn't get the second one. Thunder trailing by 15. Stolen by Ellis. Hill fires. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got his 8th assist here tonight. Westbrook kicks to Sanders. Here's Jones. Feeds it to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Jones. Outside, George. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Stolen by George. Korver with it. Picked up by Davis. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Pelicans leading by 17. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Inside. Here's Jones. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career. Points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game. It never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
Take a look at what Hassan Whiteside's done. He's got 18 rebounds, and he's been a brick wall today with all those blocks.
You got that right. He's giving them serious doubts about bringing the ball to the rim.
Westbrook dishes to Allen. Here's Jones. Back to Westbrook. Here's George. The offensive rebound. Jones kicks to Allen.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, hard to see toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Davis. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
It's Hill on the wing for the three. And Evans gets it to go on the assist by Hill.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.